have an audience full of Kenyan men, and I'm going to be getting real on what a man's perspective is on dating and sex. The girls wanted to know from you, at which point are we in a committed relationship?
You must hear it from him.
Tunaogopa commitment.
This era you can't tell someone like wait till marriage, no.
Huwezi tegemea mboga kila siku, ni lazima uchange diet.
Ama dem wote.
Mi borake mi on my side niko safe, anakanyaga na timba.
It's a free world, yeah? But what about your character?
Every decision has a consequence. And every lack of decision has a consequence too.
And this is a real talk. Today, it's all about the men. I have an audience full of Kenyan men, and I'm going to be getting real on what a man's perspective is on dating and sex.
Madema siku hizi kitu ya kwanza mnaweza kuwa maboys 5 na mnashare dem moja na mjui.
If you are waiting for a mango to get ripe, somewhere is eating it with salt.
The choices we make can give you that chance. It's a free world, yeah? But what about your character?
So can we make decisions now that later in life will not come back to impact us and maybe have a terrible effect?
Well, tonight, as promised, I have an audience full of men, and I'll be getting real with them on what is a man's perspective when it comes to relationships, dating, and of course, the big word, sex. I want to remind my viewers that this is purely an educational show because what we want to do is empower young people so that they can make the right choices. And to do that, we must get real on what are the issues, what is their position on the values that perhaps they have been brought up by? What are the values that they believe in themselves? And I really want to thank all my guests before we start and the audience for coming on this show, participating on this topic tonight. And I really do hope that you learn one or two things that will actually help you lead a better life. And remember, you can always get on that hashtag, #RealTalkWithTamima. Tweet me, Facebook, Instagram, DM your questions. I love getting your feedback. Well, right now, let's jump straight into it. Well, my first guest on today's show is John Mainga. John is 23 years old, and he says that since 2012, he gave up on being in a committed relationship because he believes that dating, well, that's for pleasure. To date, he says that he has a body count of 30 women and counting. Please help me welcome John to the show. John, how are ya? Gani na kubamba Kiswahili, Kizungu?
Zote tunachapa.
Tunachapa. Sasa niambie, mimi nasikia ati wewe amini love.
Mapenzi haiko saa hii.
What made you believe that?
Kuna vitu mob kwanza John experience, unaona? First of all, hii tuko saa hii ni microwave generation, I get. So kitu ya kwanza, like enzi ya kitambo unajua mko matafutiwa mdem. Unaenda unaoa na kusijua na kuoza nini. Unaona? Siku hizi, madema siku hizi kitu ya kwanza, mnaweza kuwa maboys 5 na mnashare dem moja na mjui. Unaona? So saa historia ya mapenzi John normal. Alafu generation saa hii like maboys pia ni as in ways stick kwa kitu moja. Mapenzi ni kitu ngumu, unaona? First of all mapenzi as in you need kitu ya kwanza attention, unaona? You need time, unaona? If you sacrifice, unaona? Hizo yote ni mapenzi. Mapenzi ni kama job siku hizi. But si siku hizi as in vijana tunataka ile starehe mob. Kwa starehe unajua starehe na mapenzi vitu mbili tofauti. Huwezi mix starehe na mapenzi.
So unataka raha.
Unaona?
Umefungwa duka na unataka tu raha.
Umefungwa duka unaona? Na unataka raha huwezi. So like kitu ya kwanza mimi nawaambia as in kama boys as in ni ngumu unaona? Wewe jibambe. Maboys sasa hii generation tuko nayo sasa hii. Si kama boys. As in wewe boys mmoja ukilala na madem kwa 5. Umeona? Hiyo ni utatoa watu ngapi mtu 5, si ndio? But dem akilala na maboy 5 atoa mtu ngapi? That's nature. So inamaanisha maboys yo tulizaliwa kujaza, una get?
Wait. Do you guys agree with John? If you agree, John, let me see your hand. That you're like, preach, man, preach to the choir. Okay, so you all agree that A, you believe that men have the license to fungua duka as much as they want. Naona kuna mtu pale amesema hapana, ametingisha kichwa kabisa. Can I hear your thoughts, please?
I believe in love personally myself, because even if you listen to music myself, it's all about love song. So I believe in trusting one girl. I don't support the notion that you as a man, you can go intimate with with two or more girls, because you are risking a lot of things.
Okay, so he disagrees. Nani kubaliana naye? Wanaume kufungua duka ni lazima, leseni tumepewa. That is how God created us.
Okay, mimi naitwa Aliko. Na mimi nakubaliana na bro pale hivyo venye amesema, kwa sababu ukiangalia sasa hivi venye kumekuwa manzi inabidi sasa hivi ukanyage ukiendaga. Mahali umepata unatenda haki na unasonga mbele.
Hivyo tu na inaisha tu hapo.
Hivyo tu na inaisha tu hivyo.
Mapenzi ni history.
Mapenzi ni kama msimu, inakuja inaisha. Unaanza ingine.
Okay, let's take another comment.
Kwa majina naitwa Sano Calvin. Na kubaliana na mandugu zangu wawili. Huwezi tegemea mboga kila siku, ni lazima uchange diet. Ukienda kwa mboga unaenda kwa kuku, next time uende kwa pilau. Alafu siku hizi madem, kutrust kwa madem ni kitu noma. If you are waiting for a mango to get ripe, somewhere is eating it with salt. So I think trust is siku hizi ni noma, Joe.
Are you a poet?
No.
Like, how did you come up with that? Okay, let's hear from you up there.
My name is Odhiambo Mushiri, and I totally agree with my brother over there. He says you can fungua duka and move on. It's very true. I wanted to explain it using the lock and key mechanism. If you have a padlock that can be opened by too many keys, it's useless. It cannot secure your property. But if you have a key that can open many locks, then that's a treasure. That's an asset. So
Okay, wait. I have to remind you guys, despite the fact that this is a male perspective show, I am a woman, and I have to speak up for the girls. Because what you're saying basically is that it's okay for you men to actually fungua duka with as many customers as possible, lakini ikifika wakati you want to look for a wife or a girlfriend, like, and to use your words, lazima ile padlock iwe na kifungu moja, lakini wewe kifunguo utafungua padlock nyingi. So that's what you guys are saying.
yeah.
Aren't those double standards? Aren't those double standards? So if I had to ask you, John, for instance, yeah, do you think you'll ever get to a point in your life where you'll want to settle down?
I don't think so.
So you'll never want to have a wife, family, kids, none of that. That's not in the cards for you.
Not in this world.
Not in this world.
Let me tell you one thing. First of all, even if those people get married, hata kama make vows pale mbele ya church ama wapi, na umeenda job, you can't trust a woman back at home. Ona. Even hata pia madem wakaa chini wakiongea, as they discuss those issues, unajua Brayo mimi simwamini. Jaribu, unaona, like unapeana bado watu wanapeana wrong advices. Then naweza kuambia like hii generation ya sahi, like kutrust mtu kia kwanza ni ngumu. Then watu sahi ni as in move, unajua stress pia it's a disorder, unaona. Unaweza kufa juu ya stress for nothing. Kuna watu wanajua
stress ya mapenzi.
Kuna watu wanajua kujua stress.
Okay, let me ask you. Do you have any sisters?
Yes, I do.
So because you're generalizing and saying that all women will cheat, they are not faithful, loving a woman is too much of a headache for any man. So do you also categorize your sisters in that category of women?
Yes, me I can tell you one thing.
And they're watching, eh?
Yeah, even my sisters.
Mtakutana.
Even my sisters back at home. As in time to go home. Time when I discuss hizo my issues, nani sijui ananisumbua, Brian nimekuwa naye leo, like she can't even talk over one man, no, like yetu ni anaongea Brian marake, unaona, like anajua all men are the same, unaona, like you girls you are used to saying like all all men are dogs.
So for
No.
you,
So like,
all
let
women
us
are-
dogs, let us bark everywhere.
Okay.